Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow Room. And we are still working on Haydn, and in this video we have nothing but string quartets. We have a pretty good clump of string quartets. First, actually, these have now all come out in a box. But before, they were not in a box. The Festetics Quartet Complete Haydn series on Arcana. Very, very good performances on period instruments. I enjoy them very much. I still listen to them quite frequently, and they're sitting upstairs in their box. But these were some of the singleton releases, and so I had them. I had like extra copies of some of these. Some of these are still in their plastic because I had the individual ones upstairs too. So we've got, what have we got here? Opus 33 and 42. Collection Complete des Quatuors. Yeah, that's what they are. Unfortunately, the way they listed these, like the way they were in Haydn's day. So this is Oeuvre 4 and 5, Artaria. But they're actually Opus 33 and Opus 42. So Opus 33 are the scherzi quartets, the ones where the minuets are replaced by scherzos. They are the pieces that inspired Mozart to dedicate his quartets to Haydn, his six. And these are really, really fun pieces. You've got the joke and the bird, or one of those bird things in there, and all this other stuff. They're delightful and funny and warm and charming and just amazing. And then we've got Opus 42, which is known as number 43 in the Hoboken catalog. It's enough to make you crazy. And actually the quartets are rather easy to categorize. They're easy to organize. There's 68 and a half of them or something. Anyway, these are fun. 42 is the Razor. It's a short, charming little work, singleton work that Haydn wrote reportedly for, give me a good razor and I'll give you my latest quartet. That was the joke. But I'm sure that's not how it actually worked out. So that's that one. Then we have, Opus 17. Now, Opus 17 is a transitional set. The opera 9 and 17 were the ones, Haydn's quartets come in a big clump. We've talked about this. There are the 10 early quartet divertimenti, which are early works. Then he started working with the medium in a much more serious way. That is, musically, it was supposed to be more, they weren't light, fluffy things. They were serious pieces. And Opus 9 and 17 were extremely popular in Haydn's day. All of these were. And really popular. I mean, they circulated in copies all over the place. And today, they're almost totally ignored because, of course, Haydn went on to write transcendentally, sublimely great late quartets. And so they don't get quite the attention. But they are splendid works. They really are. And Opus 17 has some real masterpieces in it, and including the D minor, or C minor, whatever one is. There's the D minor in Opus 9. I don't know, but there's great stuff. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. They are beautiful works that definitely deserve a hearing. So there they are. And then we've got the late ones. This is the big clump. We've got Opus 76, which they list here as Opus 75 and 76, but then it says Canoe Come, known as, there we are, Opus 76 1 through 3 and Opus 76 4 through 6. They were originally issued as Opus 12 by Artaria. Is this helping anybody? No. And then the two quartets, Opus 77, that were supposed to be a set of 6, but Haydn couldn't complete them. He was too frail. And the two movements of Opus 103, his last completed music, which is sad. But he did at least finish the inner movements, the slow movement and the scherzo. So there they are, the end of Haydn quartets on 3 discs with the Festetics Quartet. Again, very good performances, very enjoyable, beautifully recorded. And that's just some of it. The rest of them are all now in a box, so you can get them. These 2 discs on Denon. Haydn quartets with the Carmina Quartet. The Carmina Quartet was one of the great string quartets. I mean, they really were. I don't know why. They didn't make many records. They didn't last long. I don't know who it was, but it was Matthias Enderle, Susan Franck, Wendy Champney, viola, and Stefan Gerner, violoncello, or cello, just plain cello. They were wonderful. And they have these 2 discs on Denon. We've got, let's see, they also did like Debussy and Ravel and Szymanowski, I think. And they were just fabulous. Let's see, we've got Opus 76, numbers 1 through 3, which gives you the Emperor, the Fifths, and number 1. And then here we've got, this is all Opus 76, numbers 4 through 6. Yes, they did Opus 76. And here it is, Opus 76. Wonderful, wonderful performances on Denon. If you can get your hands on these, try. The price isn't too stupid because they really were wonderful. Then we've got Haydn with the Lindsays. This is Opus 20 with the Lindsays. Now, Opus 20 is sort of the first great quartet series of the mature classical period. They were written during Haydn's Sturm und Drang period. So you've got things with minor keys, you've got finales that are fugues, they've got all kinds of amazing stuff. The Lindsays, well, they're an acquired taste. They tended to partake of the period instrument hack and slash and burn style before the period instrument movement started doing that regularly. And Peter Cropper, particularly, their first violin could be kind of wild and wayward in terms of intonation. And so I sometimes enjoy these and I sometimes don't. They tend to be raw and edgy, and Haydn can use some raw and edge. That he can. There's nothing wrong with that per se, except when it's a quality that's pursued for its own sake. Then it gets to be a bit much. So I'm not a huge fan of the Lindsays. I keep them because I think they're interesting to hear by way of contrast. But in terms of, fully realized conceptions of Haydn quartets, it's on again, off again. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The Opus 20s are pretty good, I think, on the whole. Anyway, there we have it, a bunch of Haydn quartets. We've got lots more to come, don't worry. It's just tons of them. Scads of fabulous, fabulous, fabulous music. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.